I know you guys I saw the story about Ashlee Janae. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Her actual name is Ashlee Robinson. According to reports, she is a young 31-year-old influencer who is known for sharing her lifestyle. And it appears she was a model, and she actually decided and was in a relationship with a white male whose name is Joe McCain. Mr. McCain and her, Miss Ashlee Robinson, went on a trip for her 31st birthday. It happened to be a trip in Africa. The is Tunisia, Africa. And they, during the trip, they actually celebrated their proposal. And I'm going to share the video here. Now, after the proposal, it appeared they may have had some type of altercation because the hotel separated them into two separate rooms. And then it's being reported that the hotel called the authorities because the authorities stated that she was found unresponsive in the room. It's being reported that she she unalived herself. It is being reported as a suicide, and it's also being reported that the fiance, Mr. Joe McCain, is not being investigated and is not being investigated and has not been detained. There was one report in which they said that they have his passport as a result of ongoing investigation, but as of the latest, he is not being detained, and they still are saying that her unaliving was due to self-harm. Her family and friends are all over social media stating that it can't be true. That's not like her. She would never do anything like that. She is full of life. I've known several people, unfortunately, that were full of life, and we've seen them in the celebrity sports that appear to be full of life, and the next day they unalive themselves. So it is definitely possible. The concern is that the family has is that they only spoke to their fiance one time. Apparently, he called to say that she's okay, she's in the hospital, and should be fine. And then after that, they haven't heard from him. The family set up a GoFundMe in which they are trying to raise $50,000 right now. As of the latest report, they already reached 76,000, in which they said that they want to do an independent investigation, and they want to get their daughter back into the United States, so she's still over there. The concern of me and many others is, why isn't Mr. Joe McCain talking to the family? Why isn't he paying to get his former fiancée to the United States? And why, according to the parents, did he say that she was going to be okay and she's in the hospital and then she's unalive? And why were they separated in the first place? What led to this beautiful trip? Because I think they've been there for over a month. This beautiful trip in which he proposed to her turned into such a tragedy. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of different people who's talking about the fact that he was rich may lead the authorities in Tunisia not to pursue a proper investigation and just to allow him as a white T wealthy man to get away with unaliving his black fiance. There's a lot of conversation on social media in regards to the young lady. May she rest in peace. In which she had some controversial opinions when it comes to black males. And people are being very cruel and vicious under her social media. There's been some horrific posting. My whole thing is that I know how I feel about people I disagree with when it comes to political matter like that, and I know how I feel about people who on life who done harm and who we held in high regards, and we find that they were vicious in their opinions. I try to give grace in certain circumstances. I do try. I will speak manufacturally about a situation, but I do try very hard not to be evil towards the person who recently unalive, not so much because of them, but because of their family. We have to consider that their family is right now, her family, I saw oppressor, and I will share a photo of that, in which her parents, it looked like two sets of parents, were there, and they do appear to be calm. Some people were talking about how calm they are, but every survivor deal with the unaliving of a loved one differently. And also, I believe they had a couple of days, and they're probably still in shock about what happened to her, and they're determined to investigate. But I did see a lot of people are criticizing the fact that they're too calm. There's a lot going on with this story, but at the end of the day, this young lady is unalive, and there are some photos of this Joe McCain that has led people to question the way he looked at her, the way he looked. People are looking at him and they're like, they don't like the way he looks, his eyes. I did see a couple of photos where she appeared to be very sad. And there was two videos, one in which she was talking about a relationship about doing to others for others, and them being surprised that you would do for them for love. There was one video I'm going to share here.
You know, I always find it interesting when people are like super shocked that you would make a decision out of like the kindness of your heart or a decision out of love. It makes me think. The reason you're asking me like, are you sure, or are you not gonna go back on your decision, or is because you would do that. You're so shocked that I would do something because you wouldn't do it. And I sit on that. We give so many people, what's the word I would use? We give them the treatment we wish to receive from them. And they're so shocked when we give it to them because they would never do it for us. Shit's crazy.
I think the most startling video I saw was when she did a video where it was showing the location, and she said, my best friend and I sharing location as if she could come and save me. And I'm going to share that video here.
Hey, don't worry, girl. I got your back. From right here.
There's a lot, but I don't want to add to the anguish of the family or speculate, and I don't want to talk about a relationship that I don't know anything about, and I don't want to be one to bring allegations or unsubstantiated allegation against a white male that we know nothing about. At the end of the day, that's who she chose to be with, and we're just gonna have to wait to see what happens. I wish her family the best. I hope that if it was foul play, that they get justice. If it wasn't foul play and she unalived herself, I hope they somehow find peace. And at the end of the day, I hope she rests in peace.